All right, guys, so what you're looking at up here on the board is the project prompt for the second project, collision and or aggregation and collision. Okay, you guys have a handout that corresponds to it, so you should be able to, follow along on your handout. But the main thing that I want to ask you to do with this, okay, is that I want you to find the mouse. I want you to do what you did with, there's the mouse on, no it's not, there it is. I want you guys to do what you did with the first project prompt, which is to first sit down, read the whole thing all the way through without stopping, right? Mitchell and I had this discussion, I think, with you guys in the other class. So read all the way through it nonstop. It's 3 pages, not a big deal. Now, come back to it, read it again, this time like making notes where things might relate to something else in the document. Okay? So the first time you should be able to read through the 3 pages in, I don't know, 5 minutes, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, whatever, if you're a fast reader. The second time, you should be spending, I don't know, maybe 20 minutes kind of making your own notes about the different things that you see there. And then I want you to come back one more time, and I want you to create a checkoff list of what you see as the requirements in this. Okay? Same as you did for Project 1. So you've got to look through it. And now remember that even though stuff might be buried inside of a paragraph, you guys have got to break it down into little one-liners. That make sense? This is exactly, do you all remember doing this for Project 1? Yes, so you guys did an analysis of a document. And one of the reasons that we do this is because nobody seems to have taught people this in high school or even in the English classes here. There seems to be this inability to critically analyze a document, a technical document of sorts, and be able to distill out the requirements. The closest they get is when they give you a piece of like poetry or a piece of maybe a short story and they ask you to analyze it. But it's not the same, is it? I remember taking the composition class, and we had to read a short story about this couple that was sitting in a train station, and the title of the document was something like Fields for White Elephants or something like that. It was a famous writer. I don't know if it was Hemingway or Joyce or who, but they were talking about this stuff, and they weren't saying things directly, but the gist of the story was that the man wanted the lady to have an abortion and the lady didn't, or something like that. Okay, and we had to analyze this short story and identify all the symbols and stuff. Well, okay, that's fine. That requires critical thinking, right? But it's not the same as reading a program or a project prompt that's telling you that, okay, this hillside retreat is for 3 friends, right? These are much shorter, simpler things, and there could be relationships between lines that modify how you understand one sentence versus another. So it becomes really important that you guys analyze this document carefully, and I'm asking you to do it. I'm asking you to first read all the way through it, and again read through it again, this time just taking some few notes, and then the last time I want you to go through it really, really carefully. Okay? Any questions about that? So this is now building on what you guys did in the first project. Okay? All right, so I'm going to stop the video and start another one.